Most of you are already dead, and the worst part, you love the comfort of your own coffin. Mediocrity isn't a detour. It's a silent death sentence you sign every day when you wake up and choose the easiest path. The comfort you protect so fiercely is the soil where your greatness was buried alive. Do you smell the stagnation? Or have you grown used to the stench? Mediocrity is a dynamic process of capture. It doesn't ask for permission. It infiltrates through ethical anesthesia. It's the state where you lose the vital capacity to be indignant at your own insignificance. Humans have a cruel adaptive plasticity. We get used to what's rotten if the environment is lukewarm enough. We are plastic beings. If you don't watch over your soul, it will mold to the shape of your laziness. What once made you nauseous, the lies, the negligence, the lack of spirit, today is just your way of being. Familiar, acceptable. This is the exact moment when your life stops being a masterpiece and becomes a remnant. Capture occurs in 3 dimensions. First, in your integrity, where negligence becomes your inherent trait. Second, in the social sphere, where corruption and ugliness become the official landscape. And third, in your daily individual action, where inertia consumes the last spark of clarity left in your mind. You are disappearing. Think about your sense of smell. If you enter a putrid environment and stay there, in a few minutes, your brain will stop registering the odor. The Tietê River in São Paulo is the monument nation to this anesthesia. What was a leisure river became an open sewer, and we call it normal. The stench became a sign of familiarity. You no longer smell your own decadence. This is the normalization of the absurd. It's the peak of mediocrity, when the rottenness in political, aesthetic, and personal conduct begins to be interpreted as an effective value. You've lost the reference of what's beautiful, of what's upright. Your moral conscience has suffered a profound numbing. But there's a way to break this anesthesia, and it's violent. In civil safety, there's an absolute axiom. No fire starts big. Every fire that devastates an entire city had its genesis in a small, microscopic, and neglected spark. Mediocrity establishes its domain the same way. It doesn't knock you down at once. It defeats you through what seems irrelevant. It gains ground in your permissiveness with the small error. The fire of your mediocrity begins when you decide to ignore the first piece of clothing out of place, or when you allow the dishes to pile up just a bit more. This microscopic negligence is the fuel. You're allowing chaos to expand in your life, one small oversight at a time, until order disappears completely and the fire consumes your character. Forget the lies they told you about freedom. Without discipline, you are not free. You are a slave to chaos, to the urgencies of others, and to your own lowest impulses. Discipline isn't a burden. It's the foundation of your will. It's the tool that allows you to carve your life instead of just being shaped by circumstances. Order your routine to order your destiny. By structuring your routine, you organize your time and your space. This isn't bureaucracy. It's the creation of a sanctuary of lucidity. Without this order, there's no room for the transcendent. Discipline is the method by which we ensure we won't be captured by the average. It's the barrier that separates the man of excellence from the man of the herd. You decide which side you're on. The belief that personal fulfillment lies in only doing what you like is a childish and dangerous fallacy. An individual's maturity is measured by their ability to execute what is arid, what is bureaucratic, what is tedious. Excellence requires you to be the master of the tasks everyone else despises. If you only do what you like, you're still a child. Picasso's Cubism wasn't a product of creative delusion. It was the result of rigorous and arid technical discipline. The act of grading papers or organizing documents is the cubism of your daily life. Use the tedious task as a metric. If you can't be excellent in the small, greatness will never be more than a distant and pathetic dream. The global quality of your work is born in the rigor of the arid detail. To overcome mediocrity, you need to climb 4 steps. First, recognize the necessity of instrumental tasks. Second, overcome the internal resistance to act even when tired. Third, evaluate your effectiveness in every detail as if your life depended on it. And finally, conquer fluidity, where duty and pleasure become a single act of supreme power. This is the path of excellence, Resistance to mediocrity reaches its peak in the sacralization of the mundane. When washing the dishes or organizing your desk, ask yourself, is this my best work at this exact moment? The ethical pleasure of contemplating restored order is the exclusive privilege of those who have defeated mediocrity in the small. Transform the ordinary into the sacred through your implacable attention. Overcoming mediocrity isn't an isolated event or a holiday. It's a vigilant and daily stance against the inertia of habit. Those who grow used to the rotten in the small will inevitably surrender to major corruption. Discipline is the method by which we keep our souls clean. Be your own watchman, constantly, without truces, without excuses. Excellence in the simplicity of daily life is the only effective antidote against the moral anesthesia that surrounds us. It's the only royal road to building a life with purpose and dignity. Where others see a burden, you must see the construction of your unshakable character. Excellence isn't an act, but the daily habit of refusing mediocrity. It's your declaration of war against the average. What happens if you don't change today? Mediocrity will charge the highest price of all, the regret of a life that was never lived. Each day of inertia is a nail in the coffin of your true power. Don't wait for the final fire to start fighting. Your soul is being suffocated now in the silence of your comfort. Wake up before time runs out and the sand stops falling. I challenge you now. Choose the most insignificant task of your routine, the one you despise. Execute it with the perfection of a master. Prove to the shadows of mediocrity that they no longer have power over you. Your personal revolution doesn't start on a stage. It starts in your next small movement. Excellence begins now. In the silence of your next choice, show yourself what you're made of. Feel the weight of this truth in your chest. The silence you hear now is the space where your greatness begins to breathe. The anesthesia is over. The average world will try to pull you back with promises of comfort and laziness. But now you have the vision. You have the method. Excellence isn't an option. It's your new standard. Breathe order. Live discipline. Become the architect of your own greatness. Silence is your new ally. Look at your next action. Make it your best work. Transform the mundane into the sacred. The royal road to purpose is under your feet, in the detail that no one sees, but that you know matters. Walk with discipline. Live with excellence. Always. Goodbye to mediocrity. Welcome to your new life. The journey has just begun. Go and be excellent.